بەمان باش بوو تارێکیش بە ئەنگلیزی بڵێن تاوەکو خەڵکیش بزانێت ئێمە لەسەر چی کۆبووینەتەوە و ئەو حیزبی یەکێتی پارتیەش چ زاڵمێکن لەو هەرێمە بچکۆلەی خۆمانە. Kawa Muhammad Ahmed, also known as Kawa Germiani, was born in 1981. He was a journalist and editor-in-chief of Royal Magazine and formerly Garan Magazine. Kawa was not the first journalist to be assassinated in South Kurdistan. People such as Rauf Akri, Soran Mamahama and Sardash Usman have been killed before. Kawa also worked for a newspaper called Arena. After assassination of Kawa Germiani, demonstrations and protests spread to the most parts of Kurdistan regional of Iraq, especially Germian, Slemani and Erbil. And most Kurdish organizations and parties issued statements and condemned it through their media outlets. A Swedish parliamentarian and the World Bulletin news agency wrote that a Kurdish journalist was killed in an anti-corruption campaign in Kurdistan. Following the assassination of Kawa Germiani, Reporters Without Borders (RSF) issued a written statement condemning the assassination and calling to the Kurdistan regional government to find the killers. Reporters Without Borders expressed its condolence to the family of Kawa Germiani and pointed to the efforts of the Kurdish journalists to highlight the issue of corruption and bribery in Kurdistan region. According to RSF, Kawa Germiani has been threatened many times because of his work and activities in this field. And despite the fact that authorities were aware of these threats, they did not fulfill their duties, so the killing of Kawa Germiani shows this failure. The organization expressed its concerns about the lack of security in Kurdistan region and Iraq in general, as well as the punishment of killers and attackers of journalists, and called on the Kurdistan regional government officials to try to create a safe environment for journalists and fulfill their duties. Reporters Without Borders also blamed the Kurdistan regional government and Iraqi authorities for the investigation into the assassination of the journalist. They called for an adoption of a law to guarantee the rights to freedom and security of the media. Kawa will remain a symbol of freedom from corruption and for human rights in Iraq and Kurdistan, and his memories will stay alive in our minds. DAKOK Organization for Rights and Freedoms, Cardiff, UK.
As the DAKOK organization, we are commemorating the anniversary of Marty Kawa Germiani, and we welcome everyone here. I'll briefly talk about Kawa. Kawa was a prominent writer and journalist in Germian, who constantly stood up against injustice, oppression, and corruption in Germian, especially in Kalan. However, the black hands of people in power refused to open their black pages, and they wanted to continue stealing, looting, oppression against the poor people of the area. He was shot and assassinated in front of his mother in his house in Kalar City at 9 p.m. on December 5, 2013, in a rainy and a foggy weather. The Marty of the pen sacrificed his life for the freedom and truth of expression and improving the livelihood of Kurdish people. At the end, I want to say to the dictators that they have to be sure there are many like Kawa and there will be many more.
حەزەکەم چەند ڕستەیەک بە ئینگلیزی وتارەکان پێشکەش بکەم. On the 10th anniversary assassination of the journalist Kawa Germiani, we express our condolence to his wife, family, and all freedom fighter. Kawa Germiani was born in 1981 in Kelar. He used to be a journalist and editor of Rayala and Garan magazines. Germiani was a courageous man in political and journalistic work. He tried to warn the Kurdish society about the corruption and mafia behavior of the corrupt officials who are engaged in looting and thieving and evil day and night. Kawa Germiani was also trying to expose the corruption case of senior officials, which was the main reason for his assassination. The actual perpetrator have not been convicted or revealed yet to the public, which shows that authority do not care about the legal process and law enforcement agency and courts are not doing their work, while the killer and assassins are known to the public since they have high administrative and military ranks. According to the journalist and observer, journalism and freedom of the expression in the Kurdistan region has declined and journalists face restriction and obstacle.